Hello. So let us start with the current affairs of the month August, and let's try to finish at least half of the magazine. So first, Karnataka Mahiti. So bioeconomy of Karnataka. So here only news is important. According to the recent reports, Karnataka sees a potential compound average growth rate, that is CAGR, of 19% for its biotechnology industry, and the state bioeconomy is expected to triple by 100 billion by 2030. So here what we have to remember is what is a CAGR, means what is the compounded average growth rate of bioeconomy of Karnataka, that is 19%, and what is the expected growth of bioeconomy. Generally it will be 100 billion something or 1 trillion something similarly in the given options. So 100 billion is the correct one. And which is the biotech policy that is currently active in Karnataka, that is the Karnataka biotechnology policy of 2017 to 2022. Then we will be looking at some of the education initiatives in Karnataka. The Department of School Education and Literacy Karnataka has announced a slew of new initiatives. First, reducing the weight of the school bag. So, they have brought some new initiative to reduce the school bag weight. For example, first there has to be only single notebook for multiple subjects. Then textbooks will be divided into two parts. One is the pre-midterm and then other one is the post-midterm. And there will be some no bag days, especially third Saturday of the month. Then free coaching for competitive exam, especially in the NEET, KSET, CET type of exams. There will be around 25,000 pre-university PU students from the government colleges who will get eligibility for this free coaching for the competitive examination. And promoting science and education Marusinchana program. So this is something like Marusinchana is something like training, or we can call it as tuition. So it is active currently in the 93 aspirational taluks, and attendance tracking with face recognition will be done, and it will be linked to students achievement and tracking system too. Then Karnataka government cyber security policy 2024. So here timeline is important. 2024 we have announced the new cyber security policy, and total outflow of around 100 crore has been given for the next 5 years. And who are its partners actually, means uh, in the cyber security policy there has to be some kind of training na? So who will be giving trainings? Basically there are two trainers. One is a Cisco and another is a Facebook or Meta. So Cisco will be training around 40,000 individuals in cyber security skills and awareness, and Meta will be training around 1 lakh teachers and educating around 10 lakh children on the online safety. So basically they want Meta to focus at the school level, and they want Cisco to focus at the employment or skill level. Then we move to Suraksha 75, BBMP's initiative to enhance pedestrian safety. So BBMP is redeveloping 75 traffic junctions to improve pedestrian safety and traffic flow under the name Suraksha 75. So this project costs of around 100 crore, and it is collaborating with the World Research Institute. And where are these 75 traffic junctions? Not that important, but just remember Belkundri Circle, Town Hall, and Mayura Circle. And they want to complete it by end of 2024, which is probably not possible. Then we have IISR Manushri and IISR Kaveri. So it will be a direct question. We have to recognize what are these actually. So what Manushri and Kaveri, sometimes in a news related to, there will be a question like this. So basically Indian Institute of Spice Research Kozhikode, which is a body under the Indian Council of Agriculture Research. They have studied around climate resilient crops, and then these two crops have been identified. Especially these are basically cardamom varieties, means basically Manushri and Kaveri. These are cardamom variety of seeds that are drought tolerant or climate resistant. So IISR Manushri, or we can just remember it as Manushri, it is also developed by using the clonal selection method, and it is suitable for the regions of Karnataka and Kerala. And Kaveri. Kaveri is developed to same method, clonal selection only, and it is suitable for Karnataka only. So Kaveri, especially we are much this is something related to river only, no? So we can think it as Karnataka, and Manushri. It can be any Karnataka or Kerala. Then we move to agriculture waste based approach to industrial synthesis. Researcher at the IISc Department of Inorganic and Physical chemistry have developed a sustainable alternative to toxic organic solvents in industrial synthesis. So we have to remember this industrial chemical name, that is CNSL 1000M surfactant. So this is a kind of organic soap which is generally used in waste treatment. So just remember NSL 1000, something like that, CNSL 1000 or NSL 1000, which is a surfactant or a type of organic soap. Then cybercrimes in Bangalore rural have seen a large amount of spike. So nearly a spike of 1000% in cybercrime were reported from 2020 to 2023, especially in the rural districts of the Bangalore region. And what are the most cases related to? Basically, they are online job frauds, most scammed one. So they are getting job like this now. Then we move to programs for water in Bangalore. Various initiative for related to water in Bangalore have been launched. First is the Kaveri Stage 5 project. So around 10 TMFC of water from Kaveri annually for the supply of piped water to around 110 villages, and around 5500 crore loan is given by the Japan International Cooperative Agency. And what other United Nations innovation project is also there? So it is a collaboration between the UN and BWSSB, mainly to deal with water management and eco-friendly practices to treat the water, filling the lakes, and also similar one. And another one is Varuna Mitra campaign. So this is specifically by the BWSSB, which will train around 1000 employed youth, and they will be working as Varuna Mitras, and it will also provide them a sense of livelihood. And their basically main aim is to scientifically install a rainwater harvesting systems across a people home, and this will conserve water also and will give opportunity of livelihood for this Varuna Mitra also. So basically, how many initiatives are there here? First is this Kaveri stage project, which is supplying around 5,000 for around 110 villages. Water will be supplied, and the main sponsor of this is Japan Bank. So we can remember it as Japan is sponsoring Kaveri project. And second one is the United Nation Innovation Project. So who are coordinating here? This is important. United Nation and BWSSB. And then we have third one is a Varuna Mitra campaign. So this is only by BWSSB, and we should know what is the function of Varuna Mitras. Then we have Bengaluru Integrated Township. Bengaluru to get three more integrated townships. So what are they? Biddi, Solluru, and Nadagudi. So all these three will be converted into townships. Now we move to polity and governance. So alderman. So what is basically an alderman? So first read here, then move to here. So basically, alderman is a person who is nominated for a special knowledge or experience in the municipal administration, and their main function is they are very crucial for the functioning of the MCD, including the participation in the standing committee, election, and other key functions. So why is this in news? Because Supreme Court ruled in favor of Lieutenant Governor to nominate the person of alderman. So as per DMC Act, that is Delhi Metro Corporation Act, it was the right of the Lieutenant Governor to nominate around 10 aldermen, and now this has been upheld by the Supreme Court also. So this was only the same decision. Under what was the case name? The case name was Government of NCT Delhi versus Union of India case 2023. Then we have National Apprentice Training Scheme, that is NATS Portal 2.0. So before reading this, we should know one scheme, which is National Apprentice Training Scheme. So this is a flagship program of Government of India to skill the Indian youth in trade and other disciplines. So it basically offers graduate, diploma students and vocational certificates a practice of on-job training. Basically, what is it? Is a national apprentice training scheme. So whenever we are in, I think, third year or fourth year, they will open a certain window in the 1 month window where they will provide us the internship options. So we can choose the internship options there. It will be generally ranging from 6 months to 1 year, and it will be paid internship. And what government under this program is National Apprentice Training Scheme is doing now, it is providing approximately 50% of the stipend amount that you are getting. Say for example, if the company is paying you around 5000 rupees in the internship, so 2500 rupees will be given by the government, so that we also get benefited via on job training, and the government also spends something on the youth. So this, but one thing we have to remember, this is not a guaranteed employment program. Means After the entrepreneurship is completed, they can directly remove you. So there is no guarantee of employment post the training. So what is the update here is Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan has launched a new portal for this, that is NATS 2.0 portal, and this has dispersed around 100 crore rupees stipend to the apprentice through direct benefit transfer. Means this money which government is giving, na, so this money has been disbursed. So that's why it is in news. Other than this, nothing is important. Then we will go to next part. Women Entrepreneurship Program. So NSDC, that is National Skill Development Corporation, has unveiled the Women Entrepreneurship Program. It mainly aims to empower women entrepreneurs and to stimulate the economic growth. And who is the partner here? The partner here is Britannia Industries. And what are the features of this Women Entrepreneurship Program is? So they will be getting financial aids, and they will getting exposure to the skill India hub and all. So basically pushing women to towards the entrepreneurship program, and the partner is important here, Britannia Industries. Then we have National Skill Development Corporation. So means this body was there. Now we have to see something about this body also. So this was actually 2008 as a non-profit organization, and later it was separated and put into Companies Act of 1956. It operates under the PPP model, that is public private partnership model, under the Ministry of Skill. Mainly aim is to skill the youth. Then we have price monitoring system mobile app. So Food and Consumer Affairs Ministry has launched version 4.0 price monitoring system mobile app. So what is this? Basically price monitoring. This mainly helps us to check live prices of approximately 38 communities. So some popular communities that are ragi, ghee, butter, banana, red chilies, and egg. So not that great of importance, just know what is PMS mobile app. Then we have QCI is Suraj Suraj recognition and ranking framework. So QCI, this is Quality Control of India. So this has launched a QCI's Suraj recognition and ranking framework in India. What are its highlights? It basically aim is to drive states for improvement and quality of life of its citizen. So basically what it is similar to, I think there is a international report also similar to this, that mainly deals with how the livability index, yeah. So this is similar to that one, and this is given by QCI. And what are the four categories they are considering it? So they will be ranking states based on which is good for staying and also what are the four parameters they are considering now. First one is Shiksha, then Swasthya, then Samriddhi, and Suhasana. So let's see the ranking. In Shiksha, Uttar Pradesh has highest number of accreditations and assessment. Pretty shocking. Then Swasthya rankings is Chhattisgarh and Karnataka. Okay. Then Samriddhi rankings is Gujarat, Karnataka, and Rajasthan. So these two rankings becomes important for us, Swasthya ranking and Samriddhi, because Karnataka is part of both the rankings. And the Suhasana ranking they have not given also. Then we have Model Solar Village. Government of India had issued operational guidelines for the Model Solar Village. So this is under the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, and it is a conglomeration scheme. Actually means here different schemes will be merged, and it is a part of PM Suryaghar Mufti Bijli Yojana, where it promotes the solar energy adoption and enable villages communities to become self-reliant in meeting their energy needs. So the total outlay here is around 800 crore, and 1 crore will be elected per model solar village, and the revenue village has to be with the population should be above 5,000, and if it is a special category state it will be 2,000 crore. So basically here the aim is they will around say around there are around 50 villages in a district, so they will select one village as a model village, and they will invest like around 1 crore rupee to develop solar rooftop. So if one village is developing as a model village, the villages that are surrounding it also will get inspired, na? So they will also try to get in line with that, and they also try to implement the solar things. So this is similar like that, and we have to know here this scheme, PM Suryaghar Muft Bill Yojana. So this year this was launched in 2024, and it aims to increase the solar rooftop capacity and empower the residential house to generate their own electricity. And the outlay for this one is a massive 75,000 crore, and its implementation period is from 2026 to 2027. Then we have Geoparsi scheme. So this scheme is not a new one. Actually, this is an old scheme by Ministry of Minority Affairs. So this is a scheme which mainly is designed to address the issues of the Parsi community, especially with respect to declining population. It is generally observed that the people in the Parsi community do not marry that much. If they marry also, they will have the limited children, and if generally the main issue is like they do not marry outside their caste, so that's the major reason for the decline in the population and all. So government is trying to improve the population of the Parsi community, so they have launched this scheme, Geo Parsi scheme. In the objectives we can see that reversing the declining trend of Parsi population in India, and they are using scientific protocols and structured interventions. For example, medical treatment if needed, or any standard medical protocol to be deployed to the Parsi couple. Then we have Agriculture Infrastructure Fund scheme. So the central government has recently expanded the scope of the Agriculture Infrastructure Fund to make it more attractive as a part of its objective to strengthen the farm related infrastructure and activities. So this was launched in the year 2020, and it mainly aims to strengthen the investment, especially infrastructure related, especially in the rural areas, and who are eligible for this. So PACs, that is primary agriculture credit societies, FPO, farmer producer organization, cooperatives, joint labor groups, etc. Just remember some of them. And then who are not eligible, this is very important. Actually, PSUs are not directly eligible here. They can go through other methods like PPP and all, but directly no PSU can invest here. And then what are the features of this is about interest subvention of 3% per annum for loan of 2 crore rupees, and the maximum period here is 7 years. And there are also some reservation benefits. So 24% of the total grants has to be given for the SC/ST entrepreneurs, and the priority loan should be given on the basis for women and the weaker sections of the society. So basically, if you want to have any cold storage in your village, especially to store to store the things, fruits and vegetables and all, you can apply through this scheme, that is Agriculture Infrastructure Fund, and you are going to get around 2 crore rupees fund. And if you belong to SC/ST and any other community, so the 24th of the grants will be reserved to you only. So that's the benefit here, and women and weaker sections are also benefited under this scheme. Then we have reset program. So this is basically for the retired sports person, and so it also names expands as retired sports person empowerment training program. So what does the objective of this one? Empower the retired sport person who have played for the country and brought laurels to the nation. Means actually the athletes who have retired between 20 to 50 age. Actually this seems less, but actually in case of sports this is more only. The shelf life of sports people is actually very less. So the people who have retired between the age of 20 to 50, they will be given some or the other task, like example training new athletes and all similar tasks will be given. So this scheme will be called as rest program, reset program, not rest. And who is implementing this? This is being implemented by the Lakshmi Bai National Institute of Physical Education of Madhya Pradesh. Then we have National Industrial Corridor Development Program. So cabinet has approved around 12 industrial nodes or cities under the National Industrial Corridor Development Program. So why is this important? This is mainly important because it is mainly acting as a catalyst for achieving 2 trillion exports by 2030, and it is using the area approach of the PM Gat Shakti. And new industrial sanctioned areas are in Uttarakhand, Punjab and all, but this is not necessary to remember because the list is very big. We can ignore it directly. Then we have Vigyan Dhara scheme. So Vigyan Dhara scheme has been launched. It is a central sector scheme under the Department of Science and Technology by merging three umbrella schemes, and it will be running from the year 2021 to 2026. So what are those three schemes that are merged here? First one is a science and technology institutional and human capacity building, where it mainly focuses on basic research with international collaboration and all. Then research and development, where Anusandhana National Research Foundation which focus on increasing the full-time equivalent research count. And another one is the innovation, technology, and development and deployment. Basically, it aims to enhance the women participation in science and tech and ensure the gender parity in science. So, what is this Vigyan Dhara scheme? Basically, it is basically merger of three schemes under one scheme. So, first they want women to participate under this innovation, technology, and development, and they also want to have more full-time people who are working on research. So, this research development scheme. Then they also want to have human capacity building through international collaboration, means they will collaborate with the foreign universities and all. So if there is an exchange program, they feel that human capacity building will be done. So these three programs will be merged until which year it will function? It will function till 2026. Then we have Bio E3. So this is basically biotechnology for economy, environment, and employment policy. So Union government had approved this Bio E3 policy. So what are some highlights of this? So Department of Biotechnology is fostering the high performance biomanufacturing. High performance biomanufacturing means it is basically the ability to produce products from the medicine to materials and address framing and farming and food challenges and promote the manufacturing of bio-based products through the integration of advanced biotech processes. And it also deals with establishing the biomanufacturing and bio AI hubs foundry. So they will be growing more bio-based chemicals, polymers, enzymes, smart proteins, etc. Then we have UPS, that is Unified Pension Scheme. So Unified Pension Scheme has been recently approved by the cabinet, and which is the first state to deploy it. It is Maharashtra becomes the first state to deploy the UPS. So what are some basic facts about this? So some basic facts about it. Who is heading the committee of this UPS? It is headed by TV Somanathan, who is the finance secretary. And what are some basic features that we should know here is it mainly assures a pension of around 50% of the average basic pay for minimum service of 25 years and assured percent of 60% of the employer's pension, means if he was getting 100 later he will get 50. So when he dies, 60% of this will be given for his family. So that is only the 60% of the employer's pension immediately before the demise, and assured a minimum pension of around 10,000 rupees per month for the person who has served more than 10 years. And there will be also provision of the lump sum payment. And eligibility we have to know is not that important, but just we will see it is applicable for all the central government employees who have retired under the NPS from 2004 onwards, and it is optional for those employees under the NPS and those who are opting for VRS. Then contribution, the contribution actually has increased by government, but it is remaining constant from the employer side. So government will now contribute from 14% to 18.5 percentage, means there is increase from 14 to 18.5 percentage. Now we are going into social issues. So empowerment of ginners to produce the Kasturi Cotton Bharat brand. So we have to basically know what is ginning. Actually, if you have seen the cotton plant, it will have the seed in very in the inner side of the cocoon kind of thing. So removing that and removing the waste surrounding the cotton, that is called a ginning process. Actually, it is the removing of seeds and waste matter from the cotton plant. So why is this in news? Because the Ministry of Textiles has empowered the cotton ginners across the country to produce Kasturi Cotton Bharat brand based on the QR code certification technology as per the stipulated protocol. So basically what is this is they have created a new kind of cotton which is called as Kasturi brand cotton. So they want the cotton ginners, especially the people who pluck these cottons, to use this blend because this will make their work much more easy. Then we have grain ATM. So country's first grain ATM has been launched. So where it is? It is actually in Mancheshwar in Bhubaneswar place, and which is in Odisha. So it is also known as Annapurti Grain ATM. Means basically it is like ration shops generally will be closing. Now they will have certain time, for example 10 to 5 or 10 to 6 something, but this will be around the clock. Means whenever you do not have your uh, food grains, you can go put money into it and then get directly through it. So it is being done through the partnership with the World Food Program. and the beneficiary has to input their Aadhaar or ration card number and go through the biometric authentication, and then the machine itself dispatches the entitled grains for him, and this also has a very low error rate, and it can dispatch up to around 50 kilogram in 5 minutes. Similarly, like the water which you see in your areas, no, by putting 5 rupee coin you will get some amount of around 40 to 30 liters of water. This is on the same principles, and this will be for two crops, this is wheat and rice, and that will be for 24/7. They also plan to reduce the wastage or the waiting time by 70%. Then we have Bhavishya portal. So what is this Bhavishya portal basically? Bhavishya means future, so something related to insuring. So this is basically, Bhavishya is basically for the pensioners. It is a unique innovative platform especially for the pension related stuff. Means for the central government employees it is now easier to track their pension and their files which are associated with the pension, and also for that we have a Bhavishya portal, and this mainly works on self registration, self filing, etc., similar things. Then we have to know difference between literacy and full literacy. So education ministry has recently defined what is literacy and what is full literacy. So what is literacy? Basically it is the ability to read, write, compute and comprehend. So this is important. We might remove this from the option directly, but compute is also a part of basic literacy. That is literacy: reading, writing, computing and comprehending. Comprehending means understanding the things, and it also includes digital skills and financial literacy. This is only literacy. If this is the criteria, then I think 100% of India will become unliteracy or under literacy. Then definition of full literacy is achieving 90% of the literacy in the state or union territory, which will be considered as 100% literacy. Say for example, in Karnataka 95% of the people can read, write, comprehend the things that is given to them, and can compute, and are financially literate and are digitally literate. In that case, the state will be declared as fully literate state. And under which program is this going? Under New India Literacy Program. You might have know the scheme Ullas, na? So it is a part of this only. So where they were planning for basically five components to be improved, that is foundational literacy, numeracy, critical life skills, basic education, vocational skills, and continuing education till their life. It is after the people of 15 who have missed their school, 15 to 35. Then we have Shebox portal. So Union government has launched the Shebox portal. Basically, this is online complaint management system for registering the complaint which are related to sexual harassment at workplace, and it is part of Ministry of Women and Child Development, and this is acting under the Act of Sexual Harassment at the Workplaces Prevention and Prohibition Redressal Act of 2013. Then we have economy news. So SEBI has proposed the measure to curb F&O speculations. So here, what is important? We have to know what is F&O. F&O means futures and options basically. So what is future contracts? So basic thing about the future is we have made a contract now, and this has to be obligated, means it has to be satisfied or obligated purchase at the predefined price on a specified date. So this is future contract. And then we have operation options contract, say, so where there is a right but not an obligation to trade at a specified price. Then we have Reserve Bank of India's monetary policy decision. So it has kept the interest rate same only at, and the repo rate remains at 6.5%. And this is the ninth time in a row they have kept this one. And we have SDF. This we have to know what is standing deposit facility, and they have placed it at 6.25. And MSF, which we know marginal standing facility, and bank rate remains at 6.75%. So what is the standing deposit facility? So this is basically the interest rate at which the commercial bank can park their access funds with the RBI for a short period of time. And this is usually actually lower than the repo rate. And then basic facts about MPC, there are six members and there is a majority of 4 is to 2, reduce the inflation 4% plus or minus 2%. That's it. Then Mudra loans. So why is it in news? Before knowing that, we will see what are this basically Mudra loans. So Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana provides the Mudra loans. So this is a flagship initiative for the government of India, which was launched in the year 2015. It aims to provide affordable credit to micro and small enterprises, focusing on integrating undeserved enterprises into formal financial system. Means they are basically giving the loans so that the informal organizations will be coming to formal. If they get loan, means they have to create documents and all, then they will be formalized, then they can take tax from them, similar to something like that. So why is this in news? Because the union budget for 2024 has increased the loan limit under the scheme Tarun category to 20 lakh, and it is targeting those who have successfully repaid the previous loans also. Means they know that, confident that they are paying it again. Then we have Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. So this has completed 10 years, and it was actually launched in the year 2014, mainly to improve the financial inclusion and provide a financial access to financial service. So what are the eligibility? A person greater than 18, less than 60, and minors, they need some legal or guardian support, and then they are going to get a RuPay debit card with the inbuilt insurance coverage. So what is the actually inbuilt insurance coverage? The accident insurance coverage of 2 lakh rupees, and life insurance of 30,000 will be given for the first eligible account holders, and there will be overdraft of around 10,000 rupees with additional loan of 5,000 rupees for 6 months. We'll see how much is this. It is big only. We'll complete it tomorrow. So this will be the part 1 end. So thank you.